Hey, Dark Sky here, and we are playing Galaxy Too Far. The game is a early demo. It's an early access game, very early. The main goal is to make you familiar with the core mechanics, planet layout, logistics, resource management, etc. The actual game version does not represent a final product, and most of the mechanics will be changed, reworked, or improved. All game items and recipes are suitable for this demo only. Only a few resources and production chains are available, and only core content is available during the session, and time is not limited. Drones and most of the buildings are not animated yet. So, this game is kind of neat. It is like it's like a factory game that deals with drones and like little tubes and stuff to be able to transfer materials. I guess what you were supposed to do is they put you on this planet. You try to suck up all the resources, do it the most efficient way possible, and I don't know. Maybe they give you another planet and so there's a lot of improvements it still needs. The graphics are they're pretty decent, and yeah, the game is a lot of fun. I mean, the little at least the demo here is. So there's a lot of stuff that still needs to be reworked and whatnot. But yeah, let's get into this game, huh? Let's see what it's all about. Let me show you here. So what we have here is the nest, and the nest of this game is it's kind of I don't know. I guess it's sort of you're like your ship that landed on the planet. So it currently has 32 drones on it. Inactive drone count 4. I'm not sure what that means. I, some of this is kind of touch and go, but most of it I've figured out. Uh, so you can request how many drones you want moved around. Your current power that you have is 10,000 megajoules. Now, this will go very quickly once you start getting a lot of machines up and whatnot. So you kind of need to kind of work that out, and you can deconstruct it. At that point, I think it'd be kind of game over at that point. So what we need to do is they got these little files that are on the side here. And you also have these ones over here, and these ones here like tell you like your logistics. This one here is like how your energy's doing. And then you have this one here, which is your biomass harvesting. I haven't gotten to the biomass harvesting part yet. But it does take a little bit, just to kind of, get the idea. So what we have here is the project nest, which is what I is like your little ship. I'm guessing you can make another one and have it land somewhere else on the planet. I don't know. I don't know why you'd want to have more than one. The project arrow is what you use to kind of expand our base. So you can see we can expand out as long as we have this little golden tether. That means that we are connected to the main hub. You go too far, you're out of logistic range. So you have to keep in that golden tether range. As you see these little circles that are all over the ground that look like little polka dots, the ones that are just they're just little circles, but they don't have any color on the inside, is resources that are not there. There is no resources. The ones over here have cobalt, which is the purple. The green over here is iridium. These weird, like, I don't know, whitish looking ones are, well, I guess they're more blue, right? So there's silver. And then the white ones over here are quartz. And there are only 4 main resources on here currently. I imagine once they release the game or get it more polished, they'll probably add in more resources, a lot more stuff, that you can make and whatnot. So, but right now, we're use the arrow to kind of expand your logistic range, and so that you can access these different minerals. So I'm thinking what we're going to do is we're going to put this little bugger here. You're going to have a little drone that's going to come out, and he's going to fix that little thing. And we have these pipeline junctions. Can't really make them yet because we don't have those resources. And then we have the sunflower. Now, the sunflower is used for, kind of, it's in the name, sun. So it's a solar panel array that, gets power. But we don't have all the resources to make that yet. That's kind of much further in the process. Same with the focusing crystal. We haven't gone that far either, so we don't have that technology as well. So we have to unlock a couple areas before we get to that point. And then the other spot here is the wind stream. Now the wind stream we can use, so we want to put that down here. Let's get. I want to use the areas that don't have any resources in it, just in case we ever get to that point where we're going to be needing that. But let's get a few down there. Now each one of these does like only 5 megawatts. So kind of a, small amount of power. But if we go in here and we got the other one is the battery station. Obviously, we do not have all the technology to make that either. We'll get that as we go. And then down below, project SHMR. I think you can go into the mining info page and they'll tell you what that acronym means. Super heavy mining rig. I wish they just say mining rig, because then you know what that is, But that's what it is. Super heavy mining rig. But if you looked at that, the next one over just says mining rig module, which when I first saw it at first glance, I thought, oh, that's the miner. You put that down and maybe this is some kind of a way to increase things or something. But it's actually the other way around. You make the super heavy miner here and use these modules to put around it to actually kind of speed up the miner. Now the miner goes pretty fast in this demo, so I don't think you really need to worry about the miner rigs too much. But we can make one or two just to see what they look like and how much power speed they produce. Now the Omni factory here, this is what creates all your components. So you're gonna need like these little like screwy looking things that are for like mining, putting on your miners, so they can drill down. You're gonna need all kinds of different things, stuff for building buildings and all that stuff. You can see like down below on that miner rig, the metal and then the little cross metal beams and then the little twisty deal. Those are all components. And so that's what this Omni factory makes. It makes those components. And then the PP factory, I know it sounds funny, right? But the PP is primary processing factory, or let me see, what's it actually mean? Production. It just says, it doesn't tell you what PP means, but it just says creating production lines. So it's like a production factory. Product production? Let's go with that. So it's a product producer factory or production factory. And we use these, the production factories. Now that's what you would take from your little SHMR, which would give you the raw resource of, say, like iron ore, right? And you take that iron ore and you would put it into this producing factory here, and it would turn it into an ingot, or in this case, a chunk. They don't have ingots; they have chunks. And then you would take that and put it into the Omni factory, and then the Omni factory would make components, out of those chunks. The technological module, I think that goes with the Omni factory. I don't know, probably to unlock more stuff. And then you got the resource storage, which is obviously used to hold miscellaneous things. So let's get going here. So we're going to get this little guy here. I'm thinking cobalt. Yeah. Let's do some cobalt. Look at that. That thing is just Man, it's already almost done there. See, now we got the cobalt, and we got now this little machine here. It does like what 30? Yeah, it looks like 30 megawatts. In each one of these only creates like 5 megawatts. So I'm doing like 15 right here. And to offset that, I'm only, it's still like over above by 15. So you're going to see my numbers already going down. You see that on megajoules. I'm at 9,675, and it's, going down little bits at a time. So I'm going to like need to make more of these little wind turbine things just to offset for some of these buildings. And I have to make 4 of these to for each element or each ore. So altogether, that's going to be like 120 megawatts. So yeah, I'm going to have a lot of these little trees just to kind of offset that so it doesn't drain my nest. All right, so next thing we're going to need to do is we have this set up, and it is producing cobalt ore here, you see. All good to go. And I'm thinking we're going to just put one robot on there for now. And the next thing we want to do is we need one of these producing factories to do the ore. So I'm thinking let's put it right there. And we're going to need a couple of those for all 4 of those ores. So we'll get those down right now. That way I have a chance to build all these. Look at that. They got 3 of them. There's 4 of them. Yep, there we go. So now we want to choose what ore is going to be. So here it's going to be cobalt. So we want to put cobalt down. And now what we got to do is we got to go, okay, that's what we want. Click the X on here, close that. Now come to this, and then we're going to click on this little logistic web thing up here. Click on that. Click this. And then you're going to click this little arrow and have it go to here. So now it's going to take the ore and it's going to take it to this place. And I'm going to set it just to priority 1. I don't know, if you set it to priority 0, it doesn't seem like it does anything. It just kind of sits there. So we're going to set it to 1. So yeah, hit check mark, and there we go. We got a little robot bouncing back and forth, giving us the ore, and this little factory thing now is processing the ore into these little chunks. All right, so the next part, what we need to do, now if you look down here, I bet you, 9547. So we're kind of moving along there. But the next part we need to do is click on this Omni Factory, and we're going to need to put one. Let's put it right there. Now these things, take a lot of power too. So I think 20 megawatts. Yeah, when they start running, we'll see how many megawatts. Oh no, it takes only 5. Okay, max power is 5 megawatts. So that's not too bad. That's 5. Oh, and those are also 5. So we've got 20 megawatts there. Added on to 30, so we got 50. And then with just this one machine, we got another 5. So it puts us at 55. And we're only offsetting it by 15. So yeah, we're gonna need some more trees down there. I'm gonna call those little wind trees because that's what they look like, little trees. So now what we got to do is we're gonna set this thing, and I want to do these magnet chunks. So, and I need the cobalt chunks to get those. And let's put this to 1 bot because we're going to probably need that later on. And so we're good there. And now what we got to do is we got to add this to our logistics web. So I'm going to want to take the chunks. I want to take it down to that machine so I can make those magnet chunks or whatever they're called. Okay, and I'm going to set that to priority 1. So It can do its job. Good to go. One robot on the way. There we go. Now he's going to jump back and forth. He's going to get that. He's going to add take the ore. He's taking the ore to this. From here, the ore is getting processed. The chunks are coming down here, and they're making these magnet chunks. So there's that. So what we need to do now is we need to make another. I think we need to make more power before we run out of power. Let's see here. Let's do that. I'm thinking maybe a couple rows. So what is that? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. That's 55 right there. Let's do a little bit more. That's 65. So we'll do that. Because we still got a lot of stuff we need to still put down. Now the next part we need to do is we need another Omni factory. And we're going to put this Omni factory here. And on this Omni factory, what we're thinking of making is, let's see here. We have iridium. With these SHMR things, they produce some kind of like a lot of noise, I guess, or something. They create a lot of shaking of the ground. That's at least the what it says in the tutorial thing. They do a lot of shaking. So these super heavy mining resource things, they can only mine one resource, but they cannot be near each other. So like even though there's iridium right here and there's cobalt here and there's silver right here, I can't put one of these right here and right there because that would be too close according to the game. So what I have to do is I have to take this one and I'm going to have to put one way over here, and then I'm going to probably stick one like way over here. And then I'm going to bring all my resources to this area here so I can work on it. But the power, the trees that you put down here work towards all these, even though they're like long ways away, because they're all part of the logistic web. So now what we need to do, since we are going to do probably, I want to do the solid frames, because even though down here, if you look on the nest, you can see on the bottom, it says that we have 980 of these solid frames, and then we have 770 of these magnet frames. I don't know. I'm thinking I want to get these started, but not sure. Yeah, because that's the only thing it really uses those cobalt deals, is that. I mean, there's a few other things, but we need to make these pipeline distributors so we can make our pipeline junctions. Those would be nice. But I think I'm going to do, let's do this. And so I'm going to make this in here. Now hold off. I'll just let that make that for now. I'm going to work on this here. Actually, that works, because this makes the cobalt and turns it into magnet chunks. So we can add that to that, and then we just get the other two. Okay, that'll work. Yeah. That will do the job. So what we need to do now is we need to go, since this is making that, now I need to go here and add this to the web. So I'll take that and add that to it. And I want to add that to a priority 1. Check mark that. Sounds good. Now it's probably bouncing back and forth, getting that stuff over there. Yeah, see, it already transferred 3 of them. Now, it only seems to transfer only so much. So I don't know if you can add the number or increase the number of like how much. I don't even know how you would do that, because you can click it and nothing happens. So that's what we're going to do there. And we're going to add one robot to this thing here, because we're going to get to a point where we have to transfer this little bugger. All right, so now for next thing we need to do is let's set this to, I don't know, quartz. Give it one robot. Yeah, good. Do a set this thing up for there. And we're going to do a priority 1. Sounds good. All good there. There we go. All right, and then the other one is silver. So let's set this one up for silver. And then give it also one robot. Set up the web right there. Priority 1. Good to go. All right. There we are. Good to go now. So now these are all connected to, is there a way we can, there we go. Move it out of the way. So these are all connected. Well, that one's connected down there, but this one here connects to that and that and that. So we have the 3 pieces. Now we just have to set up heavy miner. So what we're going to do here is take the heavy miner, and we're going to see that when we come out here, you see down that this says all occupied. So that means you're too close to the other miner. So you have to go out more. But to go out more, now you're too far out away from the, yeah, see, it goes a long ways, but there, now we are good. You know, you see how far away that is. It's crazy long. So what we need to do now is we need to set up an arrow. So we're going to move the arrow. Let's see if we can't get the first one kind of connected. Yeah, like that. That way it's in between both. And I'm going to stick the other one out about right there. And then what we're going to do is wait for this to get built. That one got built already, so that's good. Now we're going to do this one out here. There we go. It's in the process of being built. But now we'll get ready for our heavy miner. I'm thinking I want to do quartz. So let's put down quartz here. All right, see, now you see it's already producing. Now we need to add in our one robot. And we need to transfer this. See, this is going to be quartz, I believe. Yep, that's quartz there. Okay, so I'm going to put quartz here and add that to one priority. Yes, let's do it. Good to go. See the robots taking stuff there down. It's going to start processing here to get the quartz chunks. And then you're going to see a robot bounce over here and start adding stuff to this guy. All right, so what are we at now? We look like we're still steady. We're staying steady at about roughly 8,900 megajoules. So, I mean, we lost a lot because we were originally at 10,000 and we're down to 89. So, I don't know, what's that, like 1,100 megajoules down? So, so the next thing we need to do is we need to do another arrow. And I'm thinking I want to go the other direction this time. So let's go out to about here on that. This, that's quartz. What is that? That's silver. Hey, that's what we need. I don't know. Let me see if I can, if I'm able to access that or not. No, it's occupied. All right, so there's silver over here that is not occupied. So let's get some arrows over here. Okay, let's do that. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up when it gets over here. We should be able to set up our silver. So let's put silver like right here. That's pretty close. So now once these get built, looks like we got this one. Okay, this one's going here. We already got 3 there. We're just waiting for our silver now. But anyways, if you're enjoying this video, please hit that like button. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. It would be awesome. I know this is kind of a slow game at the beginning, but once things you get the foundation down, then things kind of pick up, and it's a lot of fun. I find it very enjoyable. It's kind of relaxing. So we're gonna set up our one robot here, and then we're gonna send the ore from here back over here to our silver processing factory. We're going to set it to priority 1, just like everything else. Do that. It's good to go. Yep, looks good. All right. So now this thing is going back and forth. It's taking the ore, bringing it to our processing factory. And after a little while, it'll take it from the processing factory and it'll bring it down to this factory here, which will make those little spring things, the conductive elements. And looks like we're doing pretty good. The power isn't really going down too quickly, so I'll call that a win. Now we have 3 of the elements so far. So we have the cobalt, we have the quartz, and then we have the silver over here. So the other one we're missing is iridium. And there we go. Now that thing just created 10 of those conductive elements. So we're good to go there. Right. So the next part, what we need to do is we need to set up another Omni factory. And let's put that there. And see. Now we just need this thing to finish up. I want to make some more, or get to the point where I can make the robots, which are these, the inactive industrial drones. And once we get more of those, then we can move stuff around. But so we can make these here. And then, let's see, to make those, we need the quartz chunks. So we're going to need these ones here. And so we're going to have to add in another web to go over here. And we'll set that to also priority 1. There we go. Now we get some stuff processing between that. And then the other one thing is I believe it's silver, right? Yes, silver. So once we got that one done, let's do this one here. Now we need silver on this, so we're going to set the logistics to that. Set that to priority 1. Good to go. Now that's going to be bouncing stuff between. And yeah, that should be good to go. Now that should start making lenses after a little while. And how are we doing? We're still doing good on power. Let's see. Is it? Yeah, it still says we're doing good. 88.9%. So we already have 6 quartz chunks. We're waiting on some silver. It looks like we only have like 4 silver, and it takes 10 silver to make 1 chunk. So the next part, what we need to do is you need the lenses, you need the little spring looking things, and you need those other ones. So we got all those pieces. So what we're going to do is make another one of these Omni factories. All right, so in this Omni factory here, we're going to make our drones. Now, I don't think we're going to need to, because I'm thinking that they're just going to come flying out of there. I don't know. I think that's what they'll do. So that looks good. So what we're going to need is the lenses. So let's bring the lenses to here. Do a priority 1. Let me make sure we have, let's put on 2 robots onto this. We'll get more as we build them. These ones here. So we want to send this, send this to there. Oops. Priority 1. There we are. Good to go. Now that's being transferred over there to that one. Now this one here has enough stuff. Look at that. We're making our first inactive industrial drone. So I'm guessing this little guy's going to come flying out of here. There he goes. So there we go. Now we're making drones. That's up to a good start. Things are happening. I like it. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. That's a good start, good foundation. We have drones going. Our power is going down just a little bit. It's slightly trickling. I mean, we could add in more trees and we could offset that. But I'm thinking it might be like a good spot just come over here and just fill up this island maybe with these little guys for now until we get more stuff being made where we can make the solar panels and the batteries and everything like that to keep our power going. But yeah, I think that'll about do it today. I think that's a good spot for me to end the episode for today. And I look forward to seeing you again. If you'd like me to continue on this game and, show you more content, I'd be happy to. I'd love to. Just let me know down in the comments and that'd be great. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. And if you're enjoying these videos, please hit that like. I'd really appreciate it. And I hope to see you next time. You take care now, and bye-bye.